we're going to do 4 experiments today for the patent examiners. The first one, you do need electrolysis, but what my system has done is taken advantage of the residue that's produced by the electrolysis. So we're gonna actually start this vehicle without any electrolysis. The second one, we're going to fill the water tank with water, and again, we're gonna be able to start it without electrolysis and run this engine. How long, we'll find out. Then we're gonna turn the hydrogen generator on, and we're gonna let that produce some gas, and then we're going to see how long the engine runs with the hydrogen only.
Aaron Salter Jr. He was a retired Buffalo police officer who worked at the store as an armed security guard. He's being hailed tonight as a hero who died while trying to save others.
Kelly and Scott, Officer Aaron Salter was loved by the community he served. Hundreds of mourners are at Amagon right now in Buffalo. A wake is being held until 8 o'clock. Officer Salter is credited with saving lives. When the gunman opened fire and he encountered Salter, he returned nearly a dozen shots. Police officers and the community are saying their final goodbye to a man who protected and served, and the Buffalo Police Commissioner says he leaves a legacy.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to Visible Truth Media, and I'm your host, 30 God. Today we got a different type of episode where we're looking into the story of a man named Aaron Salter. He was murdered. Now, I really wanted to do this episode to bring light on his situation, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but you guys let me know if this situation sounds a little crazy. I've seen a couple of videos, a couple of people have brought a little bit of attention to what happened to him, but not really a lot of information is out. So we're going to look into what he did in his life and how I believe led to his demise. The idea that he came up with was the water car, where a car is powered by water. Now, you have vehicles out here that are hydrogen cars, and they already exist. They're already out there. They're very expensive as well. What his idea was a water car that actually turned the water into hydrogen. And he actually had this invention working. You get what I'm saying? He was an intelligent brother. Now, an invention like this, or an idea of an invention like this, would be very beneficial for our planet and for your pockets. And it would probably cause some type of disruption in the people that's actually charging you for your gas. Do you understand where I'm leading to right here? This is the realm that he was entering when he came up with this idea in his driveway. So this is Aaron Salter Jr. I'm not sure if he was actually retired, but from my research, he was a police officer, and this is his invention, a water-powered vehicle. Now, we're going to connect some dots for you here once we get a little deeper into the story, but this man was killed in a mass shooting that involved 9 other victims, okay? Now, I don't know if it sounds a little familiar to you, but we're going to dig into it, okay? But he was killed on that same day. Of course, I can't play the video here on how that shooting went down, but if you did see it, you would know that the actual shooter was moving like a trained man, if you actually seen it. I mean, you probably can't get it now. I definitely can't post it here. He was on a mission, the way he was moving when he went into that grocery store on that day. Salter was actually working as a security guard that day. So, I mean, yeah, he probably was a retired police officer, maybe doing security on the side, but he was working as a security guard that day. Now, of course, witnesses come out and say that he fought bravely on that same day, and his fight allowed numerous customers precious seconds to pretty much run through cash register lanes to the back of the store while Aaron remained up front fighting. The act of bravery led to his ultimate demise. Could he have ran, or was that how he was supposed to go out on that day, especially with this invention right here that you're trying to come up with? You get what I'm trying to say here? Now, because of his invention, a lot of people actually speculated that he was a target, and the other people that were killed in this shooting were just write-offs, pretty much. What do you think? You get what I'm saying? Like, you can, I'm not really one to go into conspiracies, but multiple people have been sending me this story, so I gotta jump into it. And when I look into it and it starts to make a little bit of sense to me, I'm gonna cover it. You get what I'm saying? So To me, I would say so, but I don't know if I can or can't say that on this platform. I don't know. This invention was a big deal. Now, I'm not a scientist or anything like that, so this is not my niche. This is not my specialty. I went and looked into this man's invention, and apparently this is a 2010 Ford pickup truck that he had running on a hydrogen system, but water was in it. Because like as I stated before, hydrogen systems already exist, but they're ran off complete hydrogen. He actually had water inside of it. So I'm gonna play a little clip so you guys can kind of let him explain to you how his invention works. And I'm also gonna play a clip on the actual vehicle working and, you know, let him better explain it. I'm just commenting on it. You know, I'm just pretty much doing the story on his life and what he accomplished and how it ended. So here you go.
I have here with me today Mr. Aaron W. Salters from AWS Hydrogen Alternative Energy Systems. We're here to discuss Mr. Salters' new discovery on hydrogen systems for running vehicles. So I'm going to ask him a series of questions about himself, and then I'm going to ask him about his discovery, experimenting with hydrogen systems, and how he came about that. Okay. All right, Mr. Salter, a few questions here. What is your current field of profession?
My current field of profession, I'm a Buffalo police officer. I've been a police officer about the last 27 years.
Okay, Mr. Salter, and what kind of background do you have in, if any, in chemistry, electronics, and automotive mechanics?
Well, I graduated from Hutch Tech. I graduated from Hutch Tech in 1984. After I graduated from Hutch Tech, I went to Canisius College. I went there for 4.5 years. Just credit shy of getting my degree, and then that was in 1988, and in 1989, January of 1989, I went into the Buffalo Police Academy.
Okay, and what spurred your interest, Aaron, if I may ask, in hydrogen electrolysis systems for running on vehicles? What spurred that interest? Is that the first project you ever had with of this sort?
No, I always, the guys used to laugh at me. I had built a solar collector where we collected solar rays and would heat my house. And a lot of guys showed interest in me doing that. But in approximately 2011, gas prices had went up to like $5 a gallon.
Correct, that is correct.
And so I went on the internet and I started looking some alternative energy sources, and I came across an article about electrolysis, and it was very interesting to me. And I purchased some plans of how to run your car on water from the internet, and I got it just to see. I was skeptical myself. I didn't believe that it would work, but I just wanted to see, if you could get hydrogen from water. So I would go around and ask other mechanics, back in like 2011, and nobody had ever heard of what I was talking about, even though it's been around since the 1800s. But nobody in my circle, in my area, I went around to quite a few automotive shops, and nobody had ever heard of electrolysis.
If I'm wrong, electrolysis is a process by which one separates the molecules of certain elements or certain, like water, for example.
Right.
That's hydroelectrolysis. Electrolysis would basically separate the hydrogen from the water, which is H2O,
yes,
which is one atom of hydrogen, 2 atoms of oxygen.
Yes.
And that electrolysis is a process that separates that.
Yes.
And that is a process by which, upon doing that, can you explain how from your perspective, how that can actually run an automobile?
So, all right, I'm just gonna start it. Okay, now I'm gonna turn on the hydrogen, and then I'm gonna turn off the gas. Turn on this. Gas is in an off position, and it's running on no electrolysis. So it's running on a hydrogen.
So the truck's running on hydrogen right now.
It's running on hydrogen right now.
And you shut the gas.
The gas is in the shut off position right there. Gas in the shut off position. So we're just gonna see how long it. Again, there's no electrolysis.
Okay, now it's not running off of gas fumes?
No, there's no gas fumes. There's no gas fumes.
Okay, so I started I mean, it's been running for a little bit, but I started a timer right now.
Okay.
So what we have here is the gas valve. The gas valve is shut off. And that's the gas valve in the rear. It's in off position. And the vehicle is running on pure hydrogen. That's the extra alternator. Fuel air intake. And this is the valve for the hydrogen to engage. We're going to go around to the back of the vehicle and get some information from Mr. Salter. Okay, it's been running for how long?
It's been running for a minute and 17 seconds. I would say it was running for 30 seconds prior, so
that's with no water. It's running on pure residue. We suspect it's hydrogen residue. I want to see if the vehicle is still running. The vehicle is still running pretty smooth.
go to the rear and investigate.
So pretty much what he got right here, he has this engine. When the video started, he showed that there was no water in the tank. But later on in the video, he stated a couple of times that it's being powered by hydrogen. It's looking like he later on actually put water into the tank and the engine ran. From what I'm looking at, you got companies like BMW and I don't know, there's companies out here with hydrogen ran tanks. In my opinion, the invention already exists, but I think the problem is the way he started to break it down. It would still be an issue because the masses would learn how to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the idea that this was a plan to take this man out. Certain information you just can't put out. You get what I'm saying? But this invention, but at the same time, this invention is still out technically. You get what I'm saying? Hydrogen powered tanks, but they're not also powered by water, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm confused. And I probably sound confused, and I don't give a fuck. So he did build a car that could run off water using existing technology. From what I'm looking at, like I said, this don't take away the fact he was murdered and the fashion that he was murdered. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, there's another guy named Stanley Mayer. We're going to look into him too. We're going to tie this all in because he was murdered too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking the story up and I kept seeing the name over and over, and this guy's name right here is Stanley Mayer, and he also came up with a water-powered car. You get what I'm saying? So, and his death was unsolved. So from what I'm looking, on the 21st of March in 1998, the first day of spring, 4 men were having lunch in a restaurant. A waiter serves one of them, some cranberry juice, but we'll never know for sure. So pretty much he was eating with 4 of his friends, and then all of a sudden, after his first sip of his drink, he suddenly got up as if he'd gone crazy and then held his hands around his neck and lost breath. He ran out into the parking lot and collapsed to the ground and pronounces his last words, "They're poisoning me." So as he was dying, one of his last words were he was being poisoned. Now, was it the restaurant that did it, or was it the other 3 guys that was with him? I don't know. He also came and had an invention that was a water-powered vehicle. So now we connecting the 2 dots here. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I'm just saying it sounds a little fishy to me. Now, would I get demonetized for this? I don't know. Am I gonna get flagged for trying to create an agenda? Maybe. I don't know. His brother was also one of the 4 at the table, so I'm gonna put his information up. But it was a big conspiracy when he died. Did Stanley Mayer die because he knew how to turn water into fuel? I'm gonna post all this and let you guys take a look at it. You guys let me know. But back to Aaron Salter, so he had this invention. He was buzzing around the city. He was doing interviews. He was posting this stuff up, letting people know what he's doing. And then he ends up dead. Like I said, the invention is out. It's not new, right? So Aaron Salter, like, when people the masses are looking at it, they're like, oh, he invented this and that. But don't forget, in 1998, somebody else tried to do the same thing. So it's not like it's new, like he just invented it out of thin air or anything like that. So you got people trying to discredit that he could have been taken out because the technology already exists. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is he was taken out because he was giving out information that the masses should not know. Because if he can invent it and show how it's done, and then more people are becoming aware of it, imagine what that would do to the oil companies and the gas companies. Like, imagine what that could do. So, hey, don't shoot me. I'm just reporting it, man. This was brought to my attention. Y'all let me know what y'all feel. Rest in peace to Aaron Salter. Rest in peace to Stanley Mayer. And we gonna keep y'all name alive, man. This is what we do. This is a different type of story. If y'all like these type of stories, y'all let me know. We can continue to cover them. It's just an unfortunate situation. And I mean, you hear a lot of conspiracies like 9/11 was an inside job, and so I don't want to hear nothing about, they wouldn't do all that, just to kill one man. They wouldn't take out 9 other people just to kill one. Yes, the fuck they would. Yes, they would. And who is they? You know who they is. We ain't dumb here. So it's an unfortunate situation, and I just feel like, I don't know. I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just asking, could this be? I think it could be, especially when you look into Stanley Mayer. it's something fishy. If something's fishy, then it's probably a fish nearby. I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel about this situation, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Should we do more stories like this? I don't know, man. You let me know, and then I'ma do it. Or should we just stick to the crime? Or should we just do both? Let me know, man. Let me know how y'all feeling, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.
Oh, you're still here? Well, since you're still here, I want to give you guys a special thanks for supporting the channel and to let you know that we appreciate you, because without you, we wouldn't have made it this far. I also want to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that notification bell because it really helps us stay within the algorithm for YouTube. And don't forget to check out our Instagram page. Our Instagram page is used for when story updates come and we don't have to make a long video about it. You can just stay up to date on certain stories. From there, you can stay up to date on what we do and news that we cover and posts that we make. If you like the hoodies that I'm wearing, you can go to our website and purchase them. We got all sizes up to 3XL, and we got plenty of colors for females and males. If you have a story that you want us to cover, go on ahead and email us at visibletruthmedia@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram and we'll jump right on it. It's time to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. Peace.